What's up? This is SAKY. On today's episode of Street Designers, I've got my friend and local legend, Khari Bernard. From Houston, Texas, Khari has paved a unique path for himself in fashion, creating under his self-named brand, Khari Bernard Design. Follow along as he tells us the story behind his brand, shows us some of his favorite creations, and takes us to one of his favorite restaurants in LA. This is Street Designers. How did you start your brand? What kind of mentality did you have in the beginning? And then how did that morph as you started doing more and more?
Well, I started back in like 2011 doing t-shirts in college.
Yeah.
I was like a freshman in college and I didn't really know what I wanted to do in my life. At that time, nobody in my school was doing it. So I was like, I should just do like t-shirts. And like, I feel like this is the start of like everybody's journey. When I was like trying to find a name, it was very hard for me to find a name, which I'm sure a lot of people had that problem. So I just was like, a lot of people was telling me like, you have a nice name, but I didn't really like my name at first. So I used my middle name as like the second like name of like the label because it just had like this tone to it. So when I heard Khari Bernard over and over, I'm like, I think that would be a dope name. Just being that guy around campus, like selling t-shirts, it kind of helped me motivate to like keep going. So I've been like doing t-shirts for like 2 years, and then in 2013, I had a friend that was like, you're not a real designer. I'm like, how? And he's like, you don't make your own clothes. So like, it really made me rethink like what I was doing. So that kind of inspired me to get the Singer. I started going to like local fabric stores like Joann's and like Michael's and like just picking up things that I like, fabrics that I like, and trying to like piece them together. Thinking about my New Year's resolution, and I'm like, man, I want to make clothes. So my New Year's resolution has to be like make a t-shirt every day.
Right.
Cause I'm just learning like how to make a t-shirt at this time. And that's kind of like how this first kind of piece starts. I kind of have it like in the timeline of like the development of like the brand and ideas and just the aesthetic of like how I've been working. So
making a t-shirt every day isn't easy.
No, it's definitely not easy.
Yeah. For you, did you feel like it was, a journey for you that was like that paid off in the end? When
you have that goal of making a shirt every day, it kind of forces your mind of how to actually achieve that.
Right.
So I was like up all night preparing, cutting a lot of fabric. So what I would do is I would like take like 5 shirts, cut out 5 shirts at night, and then that morning I'll make one, and the next morning I'll make another one, next morning I'll make another one. So like one day I'll prepare for all week. Because at this time I didn't even know how to make like pants yet.
Right.
I just knew how to make a shirt.
Did you have kind of like, were you just doing this stuff by yourself at first? You were kind of solo venturing into clothing with kind of these pieces, but then you felt like there need to be more people involved?
I still feel like it's like a solo journey still. You know what I'm saying? It's like a soul journey or like a legend, like a personal legend.
Yeah.
So even though there may be more people involved here in LA, like working on the pieces and helping out, like putting everything together, I still feel like the core of it is still like me.
Yeah.
What we stand for, the motto is hush.
Yeah.
The hush movement. Easiest way to look at it is quiet your mind. We all kind of like hear that in like different videos and stuff like that. So hush is like quieting your mind, but also not only quieting your mind, but using your mind at the same time as you quieting it.
Right. So
that's like hustle until something happens.
Yeah.
So like hustling is something that I feel like we do. Like you have to do. If you're gonna hustle, you have to do it 24/7. It never stops. Like if there's time, there's hustle. You know what I'm saying? Also, what also helped it grow too is placements. Like working with different artists and stuff like that. But that goes back into like me moving around, going to New York, LA, just trying to like just hustle. You know what I'm saying? Just like go out and just try to make it happen, man. It's kind of scary, to be honest with you. I've waited outside of venues, trying to get into venues, trying to just lie to the security, tell them, hey, I need to get my clothes to this person. They know I'm going to come, and they have no idea I'm there.
When you need that move, a single move to keep pushing you forward.
Right.
There's a lot of roadblocks for sure.
Yeah, you gotta keep
on your
moving.
way.
I feel like with every piece, I try to go into it with like a mindset of functionality, style, comfortability. It's usually I go into it with a mindset of like how I would like it or like how my future self would like it. With this specific piece, this silver really popped out to me because like it reminded me of white. And like when I kind of like, when things remind me of stuff, I kind of gravitate toward it because if it reminds me of something, I think it reminds somebody else of stuff too. I often gravitate towards stuff that maybe like people wouldn't gravitate towards either. Like you would be almost afraid to do it. I'm not afraid. That's kind of like part of my brand.
This came out right during the height of Soulja Boy's comeback too, right?
Definitely. So yeah, so how Soulja Boy came about was after the pictures came out, my friends was going crazy. I was like shopping the pictures out, like look at my clothes, you know what I'm saying? Like check me out. And then somebody that was with Soulja Boy in the studio saw it and he showed Soulja Boy and Soulja Boy was like, man, I need that, that's fine, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I know him, so he FaceTimed me. When my friend, he introduced me to Soulja Boy, I dapped him up and I showed him the clothes, he was like, oh yeah, I need this.
That's crazy.
He was like, man, I love it, bro. He was like, I need the whole fit. Definitely showed mad love, like, you know, shot hella pictures in my clothes. Right. Like doing videos, viral videos, like videos that got over 1 million views on Instagram. He's like wearing my clothes, so it's like definitely a big blessing. And you know, shout out to Soulja Boy, Big Draco. You know what I'm saying? Big Draco. You know, so I got you some more clothes for sure. If you seen this, I got you some more clothes. That new drip for sure. New drip. Sure. What I really like about this piece too is like it has a secret on the pocket.
Secrets, yeah. The placement, right?
The placement, right. And that's super important too with like your design, like placement, like what's being placed and where it's being placed. Right. This stuff right here, man, it's like, this is like my baby. This is the stuff that I like.
This is beautiful, man.
Without this, there's no me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, I put a lot of just time into it to where you know, it's like inevitable, man. Like this stuff has to be what it's supposed to be. And if not, then you know, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with dying and having this stuff just wherever it is in life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to do nothing else in life. Like I just want to make clothes.
The first time we met, you popped up at the Sharon Barber interview that we had, and through that, you know, circling around, now we're doing interviews together. It's kind of a representation of how it all works out here, right?
Facts. That's exactly how it works. Just you never know who you'll meet or who you'll run into or what day or what. So it's more like, you know, just staying ready, you know?
With your strong following, man, you got a lot of things going on. You got a lot of success ahead of you, man.
Man, I mean, I'm building, man. Just keep building, just keep grinding. You know, I'm blessed to be in the position I'm in. And, you know, I just want to show everybody, man, you can do this too, man. Like, anybody can do this. Just consistency, never giving up, and just believing in yourself, I think.
Yeah, cheers to that, man.